Good morning. Today we are going to see a topic game theory in operation research. It is a elective paper for the mathematics students. First we are going to see about game theory. Game theory was developed for decision making under conflicting situation where there are one or more opponents. Opponents in the sense players. The games like chess we have an opponents. The characteristics of the competitions and are played according to some definite rules. For chess, there will be a particular rules. For kabaddi, kho there will be a particular rules. We have to play a game with according to that rules only. Game theory provides optimal solution. Optimal means maximize the profit and minimize the loss to the players. Game theory has an application in variety of areas including the business and economics. In 1994, the Nobel Prize for Economic Science was won by John F. Nash, Jr. John C. for their analysis of equilibria in the theory of non-cooperative games. Later in 2005, Robert and Thomas Schelling won the Nobel Prize for Economic Science for enhancing our understanding of conflict and cooperation through game theory analysis. There are so many terminologies used in game theory. First terminology is player. Each participant take place in a game is called a player. Strategy will differ according to the game. Strategy of a player is a predetermined rule by which a player decides his course of action from the list of courses of action during the game. A strategy may be of two types: pure strategy and mixed strategy. Pure strategy in advance of all play always to choose a particular course of action. In mixed strategy, it is a decision in advance of all plays to choose a course of action for each play in accordance with some particular probability distribution. There will be an optimal strategy. Optimal strategy is used to maximize the profit of a player and to minimize his loss is called as an optimal strategy. It takes place both the maximization and the minimization. Next, payoff. The outcome of playing a game is called as an payoff. That means the result of a game will be called as an payoff. In other words, we will call it as an value of the game. Here we are going to calculate the payoff by using a payoff matrix. When the players select their particular strategies, the payoff can be represented in the form of matrix is called an payoff matrix. The player will first select the strategy, any one of the strategy, and the results can be obtained in a matrix format. Mathematical concept in game theory has an sum of gains and loss. In a game, sum of the gains to one player is exactly equal to the sum of losses to the another player, so that the sum of gain and the loss should be equal in a game. This is said to be a zero sum game. There are two types of game. Game can be classified according to the significant features. The game can be designated being a one person, two person, or n person game. For example, in chess, there will be only two persons. In cricket, there will be a many persons. So it will differ according to the game. Two person zero sum game with more than two peoples are involved. Team sports with only two sides but with more than one player in each side. Example volleyball, throw ball, etc. Many people involved in surrogates of military conflicts, so it should come as no surprise that many military problems can be analyzed as an two-person zero-sum game. Now let's we see one example for a game. The payoff matrix have given for player A and player B. The matrix is -2, 2, -2, 6, 4 and -6. Determine the strategy for player A and B, whether the game is a fair game or a strictly determinable game. For that, first we have to find a row minimum. From -2 to -2, we will have a minimum value is -2. And in the second row, 6, 4, -6 will be our minimum. Of those minimum, we are going to select a maximum value. Of that maximum value is -2. That is mentioned in a rectangular symbol. In column matrix, we are going to select a maximum value. -1, 6. The maximum value is 6. So 6. 2, 4. Our maximum value is 4. Of these maximum value, we are going to select a maximum value. The maximum value is 6. Select a minimum from the column maximum value, that is known as a min max, equal to 1. Select the maximum from the row of minimum. We are selected as Maximin as 1. Player A will choose a strategy 1 and player B will choose a strategy 2. The value of the game is -2, which indicates the player will gain -2 unit and the player B will sacrifice -2. That is the loss and the gain, sum of the loss and the gain should be 1. Since the max-min and min-max value is -2, therefore the saddle point is -2. Therefore the game is not a fair game. Therefore, the game is a strictly determinable game. Therefore, the given matrix is strictly determinable. This is what we have to find the game by using and payoff matrix. That's all. Thank you.